My name's Dave Cottam. I'm fortunate enough to be one of the guys leading with the launch of Inner Origin, and yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to be on the line today to take you through the opportunity call. I know that some of you, this will be the very first time that you've heard about this opportunity. For many of you on the call, I know there's a lot of advocates on the line who are also listening in. So hello to everybody. So first, what I'll do is I'll just let you know a little bit about me. So like I say, my name's Dave Cottam. I'm from over here in Perth, WA, originally from the UK. Now I got a holistic health company with my, well, I say holistic health company, a holistic health community with my business partner Martin Ball, that we run over here over in Perth, and just an amazing community of people, bringing together people from the wellness community all around Perth, giving a sensible, non-biased, informative service to people who are interested to hear all about health, but also to point people in the direction of the people who are the right people to speak to. Obviously, a lot of people have problems with regards to their wellness, and you know, they go and see various wellness professionals and don't always get a great service. So we pride ourselves on giving people really great, simple information, but also in pointing people to the wellness professionals that they require in order to get whatever problems that they have sorted. Now, the reason I joined Inner Origin, I found out about Inner Origin around 8 weeks ago now, maybe 10 weeks ago, and immediately said, yes, I'm going to be on board with this. But as a lot of people do, I was busy. Now it took a few weeks before we jumped on board, and I can say with wholeheartedly, I really wish we'd have done that far earlier, because it's just been the most amazing sort of 6 weeks that we've been involved. Now, over the course of that 6 weeks, we've been fortunate enough to include some amazing people that we know around Perth, and have personally sponsored 29 people into the business, and from that, you know, those amazing people have managed to build a team of about 240 people around Australia. So just an amazing company to be involved with, such an amazing group of people to be working with, both the people within our team and the people upline of us that have been really supporting us through this journey. So, you know, I think I say all the time that I spend a lot of my time talking to people about wellness, talking about products, talking about pesticides and endocrine disruptors and the toxins that are in our products, and the term fragrance that's on a lot of bottles, you know, and the fact that that's got potentially thousands of toxins hidden behind that word fragrance. You know, a lot of people don't know about this. A lot of people don't know about endocrine disruptors. A lot of people don't know about the dangers, especially for women, of things like your roll-on antiperspirant deodorant. So I spend a lot of my life talking about these things. We do seminars weekly, free seminars to educate people about wellness. And you know, the problem for me is that not just that these products exist, not just that we're getting poor service and poor products from the major supermarkets, but the problem is that it's also very difficult for people to make that transition from you know, the commercial supermarkets and start conscious shopping. Because obviously there's a lot of education needed with it, and even you can go in a lot of the health food stores, and despite the fact you think that they've got your best interest at heart, you know, in a lot of them you still get the synthetics, you still get some fragrances and things like that. So even from health food shops, you know, it's not necessarily always what you think, and a lot of people obviously don't want to be shopping between getting a few things from the health food shop and then still having to go to Coles. So for me, what I saw in this company was the ability for me to actually show someone directly onto on my phone or on a platform an actual safe product, a good product, and introduce them to a company where everything is trusted. Introduce them to a company where you no longer have to do your homework before you can go and do your shopping. You know, a company where you know they've got the best interests at heart, and we're keeping the industry and all of the suppliers accountable for the quality of their produce. And obviously I'm going to speak about this now and really let you know about Inner Origin. But first I just wanted to let you know, for me, this is why I'm involved. You know, whether there's ability to earn money or not earn money from this business, I'd be involved anyway. I'd be telling people about this, because I think it's, you know, we all need to come together and force a change in the world, and you can only do that by creating a group and a movement of people that will stand up to the government and to the major supermarkets and say that we're not going to accept it anymore, and we're going to come together and demand something better. So what I'll do is I'll jump into it. I'll let you all know all about what we're doing with Inner Origin. So Inner Origin, what are we? We are basically a healthy produce platform, a wellness abundance community, all around the ethos of truth and transparency and trust. Trust to the marketplace, an ecosystem of people, rebuilding that community, of putting together purchasers who want some great products, putting together suppliers that have got great products that struggle to get into the marketplace, and putting together people like ourselves who are passionate about their wellness industry and giving us the ability to educate people about a vision of a better way to shop, and for that, for our hard work, for our dedication to this cause, to be compensated fairly for it. And so what there's going to be is some real big game changers. We're literally going to be doing things so much differently to what anywhere has seen before. So the first thing we're looking at is healthy food. Healthy food, healthy products, things that you put on your body and in your body. So consumers, we all know out there at the moment that the industry is growing, that people want to see more organic, they want to see more ethical shopping, sustainable shopping, supporting local. We all want to do this, but it's difficult. We want the healthy foods, we want truth and transparency, we want non-GMO, more organic. We want to be able to trust the products that we get. We don't have to have a degree in order to purchase a product. So this is what we as consumers are demanding, and the market for this is growing. Worldwide, the market for this is growing. We're going to be changing the way that things work in the direct sales industry. Some of you may not have had any involvement with the direct sales industry before, and some of you, I know a lot of people that have come into the business so far have been involved in direct sales for a while. And what we're doing is we're changing up the game. The FTC over in the States, they've come out and they've said that the old money game is over. The direct sales network marketing industry has developed itself a bit of a bad name over the course of a few years. There's a few companies that have been allowing it to happen by the way they've structured their businesses, and there's a lot of people that haven't really had their soul in the products, in the health industry, in the industries that they're supporting, and it's kind of become a little bit of a money game, and that's not what it's supposed to be about. So what we're doing is we're saying we're also not going to do it anymore. We're not going to be one of those companies that it's all about the money. We're about heart. We're about giving people a great product. We're about supporting suppliers. And what's going to happen is the FTC over in America have just hit a couple of companies over the last year with enormous fines. This is going to reverberate around the direct sales industry, and all the other companies are going to have to catch up. But what we are is we're ahead of it. We're ahead of that wave, and we're already going to be doing things the right way from the start, with a great model to leverage new technologies and disruptive technology and the social way in which people purchase these days, in order to give ourselves a really great business for those of us that decide to represent the company. And third thing, the way we're changing things up is for the retailers. It's very difficult for the retailers to actually get out there and get their products in front of people. A lot of the small suppliers, they just can't get into Woolies. They can't get into Coles. It costs a massive amount of money for them to do that. A lot of suppliers can't get that organic certification. It takes quite a long time and quite a lot of money for them to get that certification. So what we're going to be doing is giving all of these people, by looking at them, and again, we'll go into more detail about this, but what we're going to be giving all these suppliers is a place where they can come on, earn a fair price for their product, and get them out to a wide community of people that are looking for good products, so that they can spend more time focusing on creating a great product and ensuring that their manufacturing can grow, and less time trying to go out and find individual shops to actually stock their products. Individual organic stores and health stores. So this is a very time-consuming process for these guys. That's kind of considered, non-income producing activity. And what we're going to give them is a platform by which they can scale their customer base, scale up their operations, and increase their own ability to earn, just by having their products listed in one place. So as I said earlier, what we are is big on community. Community is what it's all about. What we need to be doing is coming back and re-supporting our local community, supporting the suppliers around us, supporting each other, buying off people that are locally. Now, a lot of the places in Australia these days, we aren't building the new towns and new suburbs in a manner that has that community. You go to a new suburb these days, and what have you got? You've got a big Bunnings, you've got a big Coles, you might have a Subway and a McDonald's and all this kind of stuff. They're not building in the little shops anymore. They're not building in your butcher, your baker, your newsagents, all these kind of things. They don't exist anymore. The country around us is literally being built for the big stores. So this community of people dealing hand to hand is going. And the money literally just flows into the big supermarkets and up. And what we're going to be doing is creating that community again of shoppers, of us as advocates, talking to people about a new way to shop, and obviously linking in with those great local suppliers so we can support Australian. You can support your local state. And I'll explain to you now how that's going to work. So what we're going to be providing is consumers will get the truth, suppliers are going to get the access, and for us advocates, what we're going to have is a company that's built on ethics, taking away, for those of you that have been in network marketing or direct sales before, taking away that it factor, taking away that weirdness of trying to invite your friends to an opportunity, trying to invite your friends to see an opportunity. What we're doing is we're spreading a vision. We're spreading a way of changing the world, and what we know is that people join movements, they join a vision. Realistically, people would talk about this, whether there was money to be made in it or not. Look at Uber. No one's made any money from that, but everybody told each other because it was a better way to get a ride. It was a better way to get a taxi. Same with Airbnb. No one makes money from that other than the host, but yet everybody told their friends about it. A better way to get a room, and that's what we're going to be doing. But with that, we're also providing something that we're going to be providing great education and great products to people. And what that's going to mean in the long run for us as advocates is that we're going to get real retention of customers. Now, as I've alluded to earlier, there's many different ways that we're different. In the direct sales industry, there's about $182 billion a year goes through that, with only around 3% of that being actual retail customers. 3% of $182 billion being from actual retail customers. The rest of that, the other 90% and 7% of that, is coming from people who are effectively, they're effectively like members or reps. People paying a membership price to get a lower price product, and a lot of them spending on a monthly basis in order to be active, in order to have earnings. And we're not going to do that. What we're going to have is true retail customers. There's going to be one price. On the platform, one price. Then there's going to be no membership price, there's going to be no wholesale price. Everybody will pay exactly the same. And what we're going to be doing is ensuring that that price also matches the same price of that product if you found it in a health food shop or your local organic shop. But what we imagine is a lot of these are going to actually be cheaper, because as we know, a lot of the health food shops actually hike the prices up due to supply and demand. So what we're going to have is true retail prices, no elevated prices, just great convenience. So what we actually are is a discretionary marketplace. Now that means as a discretionary marketplace, that means that we're going to be discriminating against suppliers who don't meet our strict criteria. Now I'm sure everyone's aware of current marketplaces out there. There's some massive ones. Obviously eBay, Amazon, Alibaba, and even Facebook now are getting in on the action. Even Facebook's got their own marketplace. What they're doing is they're putting people who've got something to sell in contact with purchasers. But what they are is they don't have any discretion. Virtually anyone can put anything on there. Realistically on eBay or Amazon or anything like that, as long as it's not counterfeit, you can put anything on there that you want. But we're going to be the other way. We're going to discriminate against suppliers who aren't providing us what we want, that aren't providing us that truth on label. They're not providing clarity. They're misleading customers with the labeling on their products. You're not going to be able to say organic something or other if it isn't organic. If that labeling is misleading, like you get a lot of the brands in Coles and Woolies, they're misleading because they call themselves organic such and such, and you look on the back and it's full of petrochemicals. You're not going to be allowed that. So it's all going to be about making sure that people pass a strict set of criteria. So if it is organic, if it says it's organic, it is. If it says it's Australian, it is. No GMO, no pesticides, BPA-free packaging. Giving us the products that we want, giving us the quality that we want for our family. But the great thing with it, we're actually also not going to own any of the products. In the same way as Uber's the biggest taxi company in the world and doesn't own a car, and Airbnb are the biggest hotel group in the world, but they don't actually own any rooms. We're going to be exactly the same, and what we're doing is we're going to be bringing people together, purchasing on our platform. We're going to be the biggest healthy products platform in the world, but we're not going to own any of that product. We're not going to be having any risk. And I'll go over in a minute why that's so good for us. But we're not going to have any of that risk. If any of that product doesn't sell, we can just send it back. Now, what there's also going to be, this is going to be a totally free platform. You know, for customers, this is totally free. They just download an app like you do with Airbnb or anything like that. Download an app and start to purchase. As I say, all at market price. Great products delivered to your door, picked, packed and shipped all from one place and brought to you. You know, what we're going to have over the course of time, we're starting off that we're having, we've got personal care products. You've got your dental products. You've got cleaning products, non-toxic cleaning products. You're going to have your superfoods and supplements, your standard pantry items. You know, and moving on forward, we're also going to have fresh fruit and veg, your meats and dairy. We're even going to have pet products on there. So literally what we're going to have is everything that you could need for your weekly shop all in one place. And like I say, the fresh fruit and veg is going to come a little bit down the line once volume on the platform has been stabilized a little bit. But like I say, over the course of time, this is going to have everything that you need for your weekly shop, giving you that convenience of everything all coming from one place, delivered straight to your door with nationwide shipping. So you'll be able to get that absolutely anywhere in the country. And as I said, the standard cost of delivery is going to be about $12. But what there's also going to be is the ability to have a membership. Now, what the membership is going to be is that's going to be, you're going to be able to pay a one-time membership, which gets you into a rewards point. So it gets you into a rewards club where, based on your spending, the company are going to give you some great offers. That's going to be about $49 to be a part of that. But then what the company are also going to give you is the ability to pay $200, and this is just as customers, to pay around $200 and have a year's free shipping. So basically for $200 as a membership, this is totally optional. You don't have to take this, but you can. And I don't see why anyone wouldn't who's going to be using it regularly. Just $200 for unlimited shipping for the year. Now that's within a fair usage policy that is going to be, basically you're looking at about 70 deliveries for the year. You know, which is basically your weekly shop plus a number of ad hoc shippings through the year, which obviously that's bringing your shopping way under $4 per delivery, which I just think is an amazing thing that we're going to be offering. And again, knowing that everything's going to be good for us. You know, everything's on there is going to have total truth on label. Now, one of the problems that we've got at the moment is that we can't really trust what's actually going on with our food. You know, there's food scandals every single day. You know, some of the recent ones that we've noticed is with honey. You know, the Capilano honey, that's supposed to be a 100% Australian brand. And there was a documentary recently where it was exposed that they've actually got facilities over in Brazil. You know, so an Australian company saying that it's all Australian products, but yet they've got manufacturing facilities over in Brazil. You know, staying with honey, it's also able that honeys can call themselves a pure honey and actually only be about 35% honey. They can be 65% sugar and call themselves a pure honey. It was also saying on 6PR recently that Coles or Woolies have recently got rid of one of their contracts with one of their biggest producers of tinned tomatoes and peaches. They've just got rid of that contract and they're outsourcing it to China. You know, Coles have already done this. Now you look and go, as these companies, they're just trying to squeeze more and more profit out. You know, they're literally taking money out of Australia. You know, there's original sources of goods are camouflaged. You know, we're looking, it's legal for a company to actually say that they're a product of, say, Australia or New Zealand, and that totally not be the case. There was one of the major frozen pea companies that was that they actually said they were a product of New Zealand, and it was again recently uncovered that they were actually being grown in China, reportedly fertilized in human excrement, until they were picked and frozen, shipped over to New Zealand, and then packaged and allowed to be called a product to New Zealand. And as you know, with a plastic bag, there's a real good chance that those plastic bags probably also came from China. You know, so realistically, the only bit about that whole process that was New Zealand was where the peas were probably put in the bag. You know, but we don't know these things, you know, because the labelling laws allow it. And non-functional fillers in foods. And again, a lot of people don't know about this. Coles and Woolies were reported that their biggest brand of oregano was up to 95% generic leaf, only 5% oregano. So all the mums and dads out there going out buying the oregano to make the foods, 5% oregano and 95% generic leaf. You know, and with all of these scandals that go on, and they seem to be daily at the moment, what happens? The supermarkets point the finger and blame it on the supplier. You know, the supplier get a slap on the wrist and nothing really happens. They say they've changed the product and everything returns to normal. You know, nothing actually seems to happen to these guys. You know, and what that means is it's really difficult for us as consumers. It's confusing for a lot of people. People trying to do the right thing, finding out that when they're trying to buy something that's Australian or New Zealand, that it actually comes from China, thinking that they're buying health foods, only to find out that they're not really that healthy, thinking they're buying organic, to find out that organic doesn't actually mean organic unless it's certified organic. And what happens? Too many people, they then get stuck in apathy. They say, well, if I can't do the right thing, what's the point of doing it? You know, and this is what we've got to change. You know, the people on this phone, I'm sure I'm preaching to the converted, you know, but it's the other people out there who can't get into the conscious living community. You know, the people that don't want to have to spend hours and hours researching before they purchase their foods. It's those guys that we're looking to help. And the way we're going to do this is with our product advisory board. Now, what our product advisory board does is they make all the suppliers jump through a set of hoops. You know, what they're actually doing is they come on, and as I said earlier, they're checking a strict set of requirements, all for truth on label, all for transparency of the supply chain. You know, making sure that they are non-pesticide, that they are non-GMO, you know, that they are ethical, they are sustainable. There isn't any BPAs in the packaging. You know, we're making sure that we know where the suppliers are. If they say that they're getting something from Australia, they've got to prove it. If they say it's an organic product, they've got to prove that every single ingredient is organic. They've got to show the certifications for the producers. They've got to show them. Obviously, some things don't come from Australia. You know, some things don't come from Western Australia, so some things will have to come over from Sydney. Some things will have to come over from other countries. You know, but what we're going to be doing is making sure that each supplier can prove exactly where everything comes from, so that we can be assured that we're not being lied to, that we're not being misled. You know, and the other great thing after that, we're also going to be given the opportunity to rate the products. So once it's on the platform, the product advisory board are just making sure that it meets their criteria. But obviously once it comes onto the platform, we then get control. The consumers, we get control of what's on our platform. It's our community and we get to control it. And what we're able to do is rate each of those products. So the same as like if you use Uber or Airbnb or anything like that, you give them a rating, you give them the thumbs up or the thumbs down or the 5-star, or you write a comment. If any of these manufacturers get a number of bad reviews, they'll be spoken to by the company. If the company aren't satisfied with them making changes, etc., they'll literally be removed. And how I said earlier about the fact that we don't own any of this product, it doesn't matter to us. If their product isn't up to the standard that we expect, and they're not able to improve that, they'll literally be removed off the platform. The products will be sent back to them, and that's it. Because for us, it's all about consumer power. This is all about making a change and letting all of these suppliers know that we're not standing for it anymore. You know, there was actually a story of one of the suppliers who's come onto the system that when they first put their product in, the product advisory board looked at it, and whilst all of the ingredients actually met the criteria, they all seemed okay. One of the guys on the product advisory board actually said the way in which they formulated the product he wasn't happy with. So what they actually did, they sent feedback back to this supplier and said, whilst you meet all the criteria, the way in which you formulated it, we're not very happy with. If you'd have used product or ingredient X instead of ingredient Y, you'd have had a far better product at the same price. So for that, we're not going to allow you on. And what that supplier actually did was go away, reformulate the product, send back evidence to show that they'd done that, and then they were allowed on this platform. So that's not only given all of us a better product, but all the little health food shops or wherever else they're sending their product to now, they also get a better product based on the fact that we've given them some great feedback. You know, and on top of that, probably one of the greatest things is we get a 100% money back guarantee. So for every single product that you buy, there's a 30-day 100% money back guarantee. So you can send absolutely anything back. Say you're not happy with it, and that's it, you don't pay. You know, that's amazing. And where else do you get that? You know, what we've also got is to let you know, on the product advisory board, how that's built up is that's a team of experts. So we've got a medical doctor. We've got an integrative doctor, which is like a doctor and a naturopath. We've got a nutritionist. We've got a regulatory specialist who's also a barrister, deals with the law. We've got a naturopath. We've got a vet. As I said, we're going to have pet products on there, so we've also got a vet. And we've also got a vibrational medicine expert, which is like a kinesiologist. So we've got all of these guys that every single product that comes on the platform, they're having a discussion about it. You know, and they're letting us know what they think is good, what they don't think is good. These guys are experts. Now, what we're not doing as a company is listing who they are. These aren't like a panel of that we're going to hold as celebrities. What they are is a group of people that are well qualified for the position who hold a role with the company. And they're going to be looking at everything to ensure that it's the very best quality for us. So as I said earlier, there's a couple of things that make us a little bit different. And this is moving on to how this works for us as advocates. Now, obviously, as you can see already, the platform's amazing. What we're bringing to the world is amazing. The actual way in which we're going to be changing the face of shopping, ensuring that people get the best quality. And also, one of the great things, like I say, is like the Green Party in politics. They're never going to get into power. They're never going to be the people that are in government. But what they do is they keep the other guys honest. You know, and what we're going to do by bringing hundreds of thousands of people together, shopping together in one database, saying to Coles and Woolies, we're not going to take it anymore, the service that you're offering us. What we're going to do is we're going to force for them to change the way in which they operate. They're going to have to look at us. They're going to have to take note. You know, they're going to change the way they operate. And there's a lot of people who will never, ever be our customers. You know, some people just, they're accustomed to Coles. That's the way that they do things. But what we're going to do is force Coles to look and say that these guys are not buying from us anymore. They want the healthy products. They want the natural products. They want better labeling. They want more organic. And what they will do is they'll make it easier for those people who won't ever buy with us. They'll make it easier for them to access the products that we want also. You know, so not only are we making it better for us, but we're going to be helping to change and influence the way that people shop with Coles or people shop with Woolies. For me, I think it's worth all of us just not shopping with those guys just to prove a point, just to take money and put it back into the community where it's actually distributed amongst the people that we live with. But obviously for a lot of people that'll never be something they're interested in. I just think it's great that we're going to start to influence things in that way. And so there's a couple of things for us that make us very, very different to standard network marketing or direct sales. And these, like we covered earlier, you know, what we're going to have is a lot of different brands. So we're not selling our own product. This isn't Inner Origin, the brand. What we are is Inner Origin, the platform. We're just like Amazon, all different brands on the platform. So we're not going to be no longer, if you've been in network marketing before or direct sales, or you know someone who's been in network marketing and you didn't really like the way it felt because they were trying to sell you an overpriced product or anything like that. All we're doing is showing people a better way to shop. People will either see it or they won't. You know, but we're not going to be telling people that we're the best brand. We're the best products, whatever type. We're the best essential oils. No, we're better than that essential oil. But you don't know. What we're going to be doing is teaching people that there's a better way to shop. Go and try the products and choose which one you think's best. You know, we're going to have lots of brands. There's going to be lifetime commissions. So for those of you that have been in network marketing and know that in most companies you're paying a couple of $100s a month just to remain active, just to be able to possibly make some money. You have to be spending that couple of $100s a month. That is not the way with us. You join, you're a member, you're an advocate, you don't have any monthly subscriptions. You know, that's a massive thing, because that's what really costs a lot of people who are advocates or reps or distributors in a lot of companies, is that monthly minimum spend that really kills people. You know, the one market price. One market price is amazing because we're going to be checking and making sure that the prices that all the suppliers list their product as, that they're going to be the same as in the store, you know, or cheaper. And that's going to be amazing for us. So we're not going to be in a situation where you're trying to sell a product to somebody, you know, we'd say with like a health supplement, that's the retail price is $90 a year, $90 a month. And that people know they can go to Chemist Warehouse and buy something for whatever it is, $30, $40. You know, we're going to be selling stuff at a true retail price. You know, which again going to be amazing. A retail rewards program like Flybuys. So when people are actually shopping, they'll build up some rewards that they can use for great stuff on the platform, or you can even donate your rewards points to charity. You know, what the company are going to be doing when you can do your donations of charity of your rewards points, what they're going to be doing is giving food or products to the charities. So the owner, Mr. Nomchong, has identified that from working with the charity, that basically what he sees is a lot of waste of money. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to be giving products to charity where people want to donate them from the rewards points. I mean, that's amazing. And also with us, there's going to be the ability for people to earn that really great residual income based on the fact that it's literally just groceries. Now people buy these things every day, buying organic, buying healthy. It's a lifestyle choice. You know, with most network marketing companies, people will be a part of them for about 90 days and then leave. You know, which doesn't give anyone any chance to build that true residual income that network marketing promises. But what we've got here, people will continue to buy the groceries, and there's no reason why they'd ever stop. Providing we keep providing the great service that we do with the ethos and the mantra of making food your medicine, truth and transparency, community, a three-dimensional ecosystem of the suppliers, the customers, and us as advocates. Why would that ever stop? Because what we're going to be doing is making sure that everybody wins. You know, it's not going to be a zero-sum game where someone loses and someone wins. Everybody's going to win from this. And obviously, it's just a really great thing to be a part of, to know that we're starting a movement that's going to go around the world. It's going to be a $5 billion company in 5 years. A $5 billion company in 5 years. We're going to start in Australia, prove the model in Australia. And this is the amazing thing. We're starting in Australia. And companies don't start in Australia. You know, we're going to be starting here, then we're going to be going to America in the second quarter of next year, then to Canada. And we're going to go into like India, China, mainland Europe, the UK. You know, literally all around the world, we're going to take this vision, literally change the world. And we're starting it right here. We get to the people that are honoured and privileged enough to be the first people talking about this company. Still only a couple of thousand people know about this. Now, this is an amazing, amazing opportunity. Now, just so you know about the people that are involved, because obviously at the moment, a lot of people have just heard about something off a friend and not actually know the size of the company or the credibility of who's involved in this. So the man who's the owner, Mr. David Cottam. Now, Mr. David Cottam is an absolutely amazing person. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a number of times now. I met him for the first time last year, and he literally changed my life in an afternoon. You know, we were discussing some things as to why it is that I'm in the health industry, why it is that I'm in business. You know, and having a discussion with him, he literally changed my life. You know, I also do coaching for people in small business, specialising with network marketers, and what he said has literally allowed me to do exactly the same for hundreds of people. You know, and that's the kind of guy that he is. You know, just spending a couple of hours with him changed my life. But his credibility is that he spent 40-something years in the network or the direct sales network marketing industry. He gets touted to be recruited by a number of big companies every year, was recently asked to join the Direct Sales Association, but obviously wasn't able to do so because of launching this company. Now he's launched a number of massive companies into Australia. So he launched Larome in 1988. He did about 17 million in the first year. Manatech in 1998. He did about 22 million. Probably most notably Isogenics in 2007. He launched them to Australia and then all around the Asia Pacific region. You know, with Isogenics, they're a little bit of an older company now, probably one of the best at the time. But you look and go, a lot of people have an opinion about Isogenics, but nobody can sort of deny the size of that company. Everybody knows who Isogenics is. You know, everybody knows about that company, and they're still one of the strongest health companies in Australia, still one of the strongest network marketing companies. Yeah, and that's nearly 10 years down the line. And then more recently, Mr. Cottam launched Organo Gold into Australia. They did 9.8 million in the first year. I think they did about 6 million in the first month. Just crazy. So this is the kind of guy we're dealing with. A guy who's a strategic specialist, knows how to launch a company. You know, but also we've got involved Miss Sally Ann Ferguson, who's the lady who launched Aldi food stores around Australia. And one of the other investors, Angus Kingsmill, who's pivotal in the rebranding and the sale of the surf brand Mambo. You know, so we've got some massive people on board from the corporate level. We've also got ambassadors, Lane Beachley, 7 times surf champion, a world surf champion. Kirk Pendley, her husband, who's one of the founding members of InXS. Stephanie Rice, who is a 3 times Olympic gold medal swimming champion. And very proudly and most recently, the addition of Mr. Pete Evans, who is just basically a food god in Australia. You know, these kind of guys on board, this is the credibility of the company. You know, Stephanie Rice, Olympic swimmer, Pete Evans, who just, I mean, I'm sure we all know who he is. You know, he absolutely revolutionized the world, like Mr. Paleo. You know, so these are the guys that we've got on board. This is the backing that we've got. This company is going to make some very big waves, and this is the exciting time for all of us to be part of it. So the last part that I'll cover is with regards to, therefore, what it means for us as advocates. How does it work for us as advocates? How we get paid? Now I'm going to go over this quickly. So basically how it works is a number of different ways to get paid. Now, first and foremost, and the most important one, is customers. You know, customers are the very soul of this company. And what we're going to be doing is giving them great products. So how it works as a customer, when you give somebody the platform, when you tell someone about it, they join, they register, they set up an account, they're going to be linked to you. You're going to have a little link, they'll go to it. So, you know, mine's like innerorigin.com/Dave Cottam. They're going to be able to go to that, register, and then that person's directly linked to you. Now, every single dollar that they spend, you're then going to be able to earn a commission based on that. So every single dollar they spend, you're going to get, on average, there and there about 6.5% commission based on every dollar that they spend. Now, I say 6.5% because there's going to be different commissionable amounts on every product. Obviously, the sort of high volume items that people want at a reasonable price, they're going to earn a little bit less. There's going to be some things like some of the supplements and things like that that'll be a bit more expensive. They won't move so much and there'll be a bit more on that. But it'll average out at about 6.5%. So for every $1,000 that gets spent by customers on the platform, you're going to get $65. Now, the important thing here is that obviously, because all we're doing is letting people know about downloading a free app where you can buy healthy products. They don't need to pay anything to start using it. They're going to get a great service. They're even going to get a voucher when they make the first purchase in order to make that a bit cheaper for them. So what will then happen is after they've made a couple of purchases, the company will then send them some marketing information to let them know that if they then share the platform with someone else, that they will also earn a voucher for sharing it. So they might get like a $10 voucher for sharing the platform with somebody else. But that other person also then falls into your customer pool. So what will happen is many people get told based on the first people that you tell, they're all going to become your customer pool. So imagine if you tell 5, 10, 20 people, and each of them tell a few people each, and each of those tell a few people each. Every single person for all of time that becomes a customer based on those first customers that you tell, they will all fall into your customer pool. So I think you can see how that, if you tell 5 or 10 or 20, how that could quickly become hundreds. Now, for every single dollar that they ever spend, you're going to get that 6.5% commission. Now, so basically the company thinks that given a couple of months, once the volume on the platform levels out, that the average customer spend is going to be about $400 a month. So about $400 a month, that would mean that for each customer on average, you're going to earn a $26 commission. And that's every month, true residual commission. Now, the important thing there to look at is that if you just tell 5 or 10 people, we should all be able to tell us, 5 or 10 people quite quickly and quite easily. That's $250 a month residually. That's literally life-changing. That for most people, that probably more than doubles your expendable equity at the end of the month, doubles your free cash. If you get 20 people on board, $500 a month, again, that's absolutely massive. But the important thing with regards to this, and a lot of people talk when you're looking at this as an opportunity, what that would mean is that 380 customers, that would be giving you that magic number of $10,000 a month that everyone always talks about. Just 380 customers. It works out there. If you manage to tell 10 people and they then just tell a couple of people each, there you're at 30. If that 30 basically all then just tell another couple of each over the next couple of months, that's 60 new people, you're then at 90. Now that 90 then tell a couple of people each. Again, doesn't need to be quickly over the course of the next couple of months. You're then at 270. You look and go, it will spread quickly. Uber overnight, everybody's using it. People don't even say I'll get a taxi anymore. You say get an Uber. I the other night waited 15 minutes for one just so I didn't want to get a taxi because I don't want to use Swan taxis over here in WA. Simply provide an awful service. And this is what the power of the platform is going to be. So you can see how quickly you can get to 270 and obviously the 380 mark, and you're earning that residual income. But even just to be earning an extra couple of $100 a month for all of us, that's life changing. All you need to do is be able to tell a handful of customers about a platform where you can shop better and get healthy stuff for your family and not have to worry about what's in the labels anymore. So that's the first way, and for me the most important way, customers. 6.5% there and thereabouts commission based on every single dollar that gets spent. So then the second way is what we're doing at the moment, is with regards to introducing new advocates to the platform. Now this has changed slightly since last week, because the platform's just gone into soft launch and some of the new the new packs have come available. So basically it's going to work like this. So that what we've been doing for the last sort of 6-8 weeks is talking about founding advocates, which is by far the best opportunity here. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through the numbers for all of the different packs. So if you've got a pen, now's the time to write that down. So as a founding advocate, when you bring another founding advocate on board, and I'll run through the benefits of being a founding advocate in a minute. So as a founding advocate, what will happen is there's 5 levels of referral commission. So for introducing someone to the company gives you a little thank you. But that goes down 5 levels. So basically it works like this. So if you introduce somebody as a founding advocate, they're on your level 1. Okay, you're going to get $340 from the company for doing that. If that level 1 person introduces someone, that person would be on your level 2. You're going to get paid $120 for that. If the level 2 person then introduces someone at level 3, you're going to be getting $100 for that. And then at level 4, you're going to get $80. And at level 5, you'll get $50. So 5 levels of referral commissions for that. So 340, 120, 100, 80, and then 50. Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. For us in our team, we've introduced 29 people personally, and we've got 240 in the team there and thereabouts. That's just amazing. But the important thing is looking at the people that have come involved. You got Lisa Byfield and Tony Byfield. Tony, who introduced the call, they've got I think 40 odd people in their team. Susanna, an amazing lady I've been working with, she's one of the most amazing health practitioners you'd ever known. She's got a great group of naturopaths and beautiful women in their team. She's got a team of about 40 odd. You look and go, some of the people that have introduced people have just been able to take a brilliant advantage of this, sharing what we've got with the friends. So that's the first way to get paid there with as a founding advocate. Now there's then a gold, a silver, and a bronze pack. So I'll just explain those quickly as well. So the bronze, if you're a bronze person, or should I say, if a bronze person gets introduced, then there's 3 levels of commission that get paid on that. So that's 100 at the level 1, 75 at the level 2, and 50 at the level 3. Okay, they're available, but a bronze person is only able to get the first level for anyone that they bring in. So basically on that, a bronze person would only get 100. And the silver pack, the silver referral commissions, they're 150 at the level 1, 100 at the level 2, and 50 at the level 3. Now, a silver person is only actually able to bring in, they're only able to get 2 levels of the fast start commission. So they can get the 150 and the 100. And then a gold, if someone comes in as a gold, there's, again, 200 at the level 1, $150 at the level 2, and 100 at the level 3. And the gold person, they can get all 3 levels. So basically, they're the fast start commissions. Now, here's one of the bonuses of being a founding advocate. Now, as a founding advocate, what we're actually going to get is a little extra bonus at that level 1. So as a founding advocate at the level 1, we get all 3 levels of those for the gold, silver, and the bronze. But what we get is we get an extra $15 on the bronze, so we get $115 at level 1, an extra $20 on the silver, so $170 at level 1, and an extra $25 on the gold, so $225 at level 1. I hope that makes sense, everyone. it's just to give you an idea. These have only just come out this week, so it's a little bit more involved. And we can definitely discuss this further with you. If you're interested in this stuff, we can give you more of this information if you just speak to the person who invited you. So that's the first way to get paid, with referral commissions. And as you can see, really great numbers there for just introducing some people, introducing some of your friends and family, and just an amazing way to earn. So the last way to get paid, or the last main way to get paid, is with regards to your team bonuses. So with the team bonuses, what's going to happen is when you've introduced some people, you've built your team, you've got those referral commissions, the guys that come in, they're classed as your team. Now what the company are then going to do, they're going to give you a little bonus as a thank you for introducing those people to the company. So how that's going to work is you're going to get there and thereabouts, well, on average you get between 1% and 6% bonus based on what they earn. So I'll just do one example, which is at level 1. So at level 1, you would get 5%, or should I say 5% of the available commission bonus, which what that actually equates to is you get a 25% bonus based on what they've earned. Okay? So 25% bonus based on what your team earns. So how that works is that for every $1,000 that gets earned by people on your level 1, so people you've introduced, whatever they earn, you're going to get a 25% bonus. So again, you look there, for every $1,000 earned, you're going to earn $250. As I said earlier, I think it's going to be really common for a lot of people to be able to earn a couple of $1,000s a month. A lot of people will be earning that $10,000 a month, and you're going to get that bonus paid off the company as a thank you for every dollar that they earn. Now, one of the bonuses that we get as a founding advocate, and this is only available to founding advocates, what we actually get at your level 4, so you've introduced someone, that person's introduced someone to level 2, then someone at level 3, and then someone gets introduced to level 4, we're going to get a double commission there. So as you can imagine, if you've told a number of people, then they tell a few people, and then they tell a few people, by the time you get to level 4, that's going to be quite a lot of people involved. So what the company are doing, they're giving us for life, as a founding advocate, and only as a founding advocate, you get a double bonus. So as opposed to getting that 25% bonus based on what they get, you're going to get about 50%. So for every $1,000 earned on that level, you're going to get about $500. That's massive. That's an enormous difference. The people who are non-founding advocates, they'll get 25%. We're going to get 50%. That's enormous. And obviously over the course of a couple of years, as you can imagine, if you've got a few people on that level 4, even if it doesn't happen immediately, even if it takes a few years, if you're just referring customers, and as you go along, you've referred some customers, made a bit of money, and just told some of your friends about what you're doing, if you get someone that builds a little bit, or if just over time you build some people, that extra bonus at that level 4 is absolutely enormous. Now, if you look at this, and everyone should be looking at this as something that'd be a 5 or a 10-year plan, that's just such an enormous thing for us to get. I can't wait to see over the course of the next couple of years how that works out for some of the amazing people that have got on board at the moment for kind of getting in early when we didn't have a platform. We were literally just going off a vision, just off these calls. Now we've got something to show people. But for those people that got involved, that bought into this vision then, I just can't wait to see what that means for everybody. And all of you guys that may hopefully join after today, I can't wait to see what that happens to everyone, because it's just going to be amazing. So that's the third way to get paid with regards to those team bonuses. Now, I only covered one level, and the level 4. That actually goes down. You can get up to 10 levels deep with that. That's all based on actually qualifying for each of those levels. And again, we'll go into that more deeply if you wish, but not on this call, because it takes a little bit of explanation. But basically, that can go down to 10 levels deep, which again, I'm sure you can imagine by the time you get to 10th level, you could potentially have a lot of people down there. And then the final way to get paid, there's a couple of little things. There's some incentives by the company. There are a few people on this call, and a lot of people in the teams already have already won a trip to Byron Bay. The company is sending us all expenses paid to Byron Bay, which is going to be amazing. There's going to be a number of things get run like that. And also there's some great leadership bonuses and things like that. Again, if you build a bit of a team, the company will be further giving people bonuses for people's teams that are doing really well. Again, just some really great things to strive and achieve to. And it's those things that in a lot of people in network marketing companies, those leadership bonuses can far outweigh what they would get otherwise. So that's it, guys. That's the 3 ways to get paid. Some really great benefits for us as people getting involved. Now, what everyone always says is, okay, it sounds amazing, but what does it cost? And there is a cost. Now, what there is there's basically now with the new packs coming out, there's 4 different ways in which you can get involved. So the first way is being a founding advocate. For me, it's really the best way to go. And that comes in at $3,000. Now, how that works is you pay $495. Everybody pays it like this, $495 for your membership, for your business pack. Now, for that, you get a great digital marketing course, or a digital training course, digital business training course, a great business pack that's got a load of stuff to help us plan out our businesses over the next couple of years and help us to develop ourselves with a bit of a development plan, your registration for the company for a year, and some other great things. So that comes in with that $495. Now, after that, the other $2,500 of that $3,000 is based on your pack. So what you're getting for that is you're going to get a big pack of products, which is a cross-section of everything that's on the platform. And you're going to get a whole cross-section of great stuff. Now, what the company have been doing is all the suppliers have been giving deals. They want to be the first movers on the platform. They want to be the guys that go out first. Obviously, a lot of the products, the first one that you use, if you use a toothpaste or a shower gel, and that just gets delivered to you in your sample pack, that'll be the one that you continue to use. So basically what they're looking to do is they've all been fighting over themselves to get in, so the company managed to get us a great deal. So instead of it being valued at $2,500, the company said it's going to be more like $2,800 to $3,000 worth of stuff in there. So we're getting a great deal on products. Okay, so the 2 ways you're going to be able to use that are the first way is to use it as for products for yourself. Some people will use that and just use those products around the home for themselves, maybe gift them, do whatever, and justify the expenditure in that manner. For a lot of other people, I'll be doing this next way. We're going to be using that as a reps kit. So what that's going to be is you're going to get them in a nice pack, and what you're going to be able to do is if you go to expos or events or to gym openings or markets or if you want to, we're going to be teaching people to do in-home demos. So you'll be able to use that as a bit of a reps kit and take it out so people can touch and see the products. And what there's also going to be is there's going to be a part of the app where you're going to be able to actually scan a barcode or take a picture of a product. So we're going to have a 360-degree picture of products. Take a picture of a product, and the app will actually tell you a healthy alternative that you can buy, so you can actually build someone a shopping list in the app based on the products that they already buy. How amazing is that? So we're going to be able to do all these things, and we'll be showing people how to do it. If you want to be a bit proactive, some people will literally just use them as products for them. That's absolutely fine. So that's what the $3,000 breaks down to. Now for the bronze, silver, gold packs, basically again it's the same kind of thing. $495 is your membership for the year. Then after that, every year it's $129. So that's all you've got to pay a year, $129. There's no monthly fees or anything, just that $129. So for this first year, $495, and you don't pay anything else till the next year. So that $495 for the bronze plus a $500 pack. Now basically what you're doing in each of these packs, you're getting less products and less of a deal effectively, but also your earning potential is lessened. So obviously, like I said earlier with that bronze, the bronze pack you pay $1,000, $495 for the pack, $495 for your membership, $500 for your pack, but you're only able to get one level of the fast start commission, and you don't get the benefits of being a founding advocate. The gold is the silver is then $1,500, and the gold is $2,000. So basically, they're the 3 packs. They're the 4 packs effectively. For me, the founding advocates pack is far and away the better option. You know, most of the people on this call will not be involved in my business, but I would urge everybody to, obviously this is a real quick run over all the numbers. I'd urge everybody, if you've got any queries or you're not really sure, speak to the person that brought you on the call, or speak to whoever it is that's one of the leaders in their team, and we'll fully explain this stuff to you. The ability and the opportunity to take advantage of the extra money that can be earned by that founding advocates pack is massive. You know, for the extra, I know it's a couple of $1,000s extra than if you bought the bronze, but as I'm sure you don't look and go, if you can earn an extra $100 a month over 2 years and take advantage of those founding advocate bonuses, take advantage of those extra fast start bonuses, you know, that level 4, that when that kicks in for people, that's just going to be life changing. You know, so have a real good think about the numbers and how it'll work for your life, and speak to whoever the leader is or the person that invited you to this call, because everyone will do this business a little bit differently. So if you speak to one of the leaders, they'll be able to give you a personalised plan of how this will work for you. And you know, hopefully you'll love what we're doing and you know, help spread this vision to the world, because this is the most amazing thing that I've seen for a long time, and I just want as many people to be a part of it as possible. So that's it for now, guys. If you've got any questions, please go back to the person that introduced you to the call. If you want to register, there's a very, very simple process to do that. It is basically all of the money up front now, so the $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 or $3,000 is straight away. We're going to be able to continue bringing on founding advocates until the end of January when we go into a hard launch. So there's still a lot of time to take advantage of those higher levels of referral commissions and bring other people in to see, you know, exactly the amazing thing that we've got here before we go into hard launch, at which point there'll only be the bronze, silver, golds. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. My name's Dave Cottam, and yeah, thank you again, and I'll hopefully be looking forward to saying welcome to the family to you at some point in time. Thank you, and bye now.